We want to start. We have a program which we have a lot of space. We aim for we aim for a meeting that will have a lot of discussion, a lot of interaction, some activities also led by Ella. So we want to try to keep in time. Thanks so much for coming, and it's a very unique experience for us. Jason and me are working for 25 years together. We were together in master and PhD. Well, he was also with us next in another department, and this chance to bring research we are doing for the last 10 years and collaboration with Robert is really, really exciting, and also a very mixed group of people here. Maybe, since we are not so many people, it's okay if they don't hear me. Maybe we can have just a round. You can say just your name and maybe like a word or two words about something you like that is slow or fast, just anything.
My name is Hammam. I'm Jason student. I'm physical therapist, and something slow that I love is a stability exercise with the elderly patient.
Thank you.
My name is Marlene Nix. I'm a senior. I do things rather quickly, but today I walked slowly up the hill.
My name is Vera Talis. I made a RIA to Israel 1 year ago, and I was in Moscow in the mechanical lab, and I have many papers in line of Nikolai Bernstein movement analyze. And presently I'm in Levenstein Hospital, and I have one paper about movement playing cello, unfortunately published only in Russian, but it was my recent job and still very interesting for me. And also my personal experience with my son who is playing cello and have a lot of difficulties during slow movement.
My name is Alma Maria Simon. I'm from Bar Ilan University, and I'm a dancer and choreographer as well. And I hate being stuck in traffic. I drive a manual car, and in Israel we have a lot of traffic, so.
Hello, my name is Valerie Sandler. I'm doing a master's in Tel Aviv University and research with Parkinson patients. And also the slow thing I like is to work with them and to help them.
My name is Roy Mukamel. I lead the motor cognition lab here at Tel Aviv University. Like Lior said, we know from way back as master students in the Weizmann Institute. And I walked slowly from the train this morning.
Okay. My name is Adassa, and slowing down is a good idea for me.
I'm Amnon. Hadassah convinced me to come here, and I think it's very interesting. It looks amazing. And my experience with slowing down is a few years of Tai Chi, so that's it.
Alina Arbitman. I've done some Buto for a few years, and there is this classic Buto exercise when you slow down up to the point that the movement is kind of, you break it down to its smallest pieces. So I really like this exercise.
I'm Or. I'm a postdoc at Jason Lab, and I really like to play slowly on the piano. It's the fastest way to learn, actually.
I am Paulo. I am a postdoc student from Weizmann Institute, and I love our capacity to adapt between fast and slow movements.
Hey, I'm Mattel. I'm a PhD student at Roy's lab in Tel Aviv, and my favorite slow time enjoyment is doing yoga and meditation.
I'm Shachar Aberbach-Goodman. I'm finishing my PhD at Roy's lab, and I want to do everything very fast, but somehow I like doing science, which is very slow.
I'm Tali. I'm a physiotherapist. I work with Jason in the department. And I like Napoleon saying, when he said to his servant, button up my uniform slowly because I'm in a rush.
That was a good one. Good morning, my name is Tamara. I'm a physical therapist, also here in the Tel Aviv University Department of Physical Therapist. And I adore eccentric movements, especially when done controlled.
Good morning, my name is Irena. I'm a physical therapist and a lab and movement analyst. And I prefer deceleration and pauses, very indulging for me.
Hi. Good morning, my name is Marta Shikora. I'm a musician and I like to think that I want to specialize in helping kids prevent injuries that they get from playing instruments by slowly resetting their bodies to be able to do it.
Good morning, my name is Nia Erlich. I'm an art historian from Ben Gurion University. I deal with robotics and contemporary art and animation. I'm very bad at doing things slowly, but I love camping, which helps me slow.
Hello, my name is Ella. In my background, there's a lot of movement, different kinds. I'm super curious about the connection between fascia and consciousness and perception of time.
Because you just joined now, if you want to say something, just say hello in your name and maybe something you like about slow or fast, just if you want.
Hello. My name is Hila Tamir Ostover. I'm a composer and a music cognition researcher, and I'm very interested in the connection between sound and movement, implied movement, real movement, and slow and fast.
Okay, so yeah, thanks Lior for the introduction, and it's great to see everyone here today. So I didn't get a chance to talk, so I made the name badges because I wanted an excuse to put sloth on people's pictures. And when I asked you people who registered which animal, some of the speakers didn't register, so I randomly picked animals for you. But those who registered, we looked at the animals, and sloth was the most popular, koala was number 2. So today we're going to have welcome to our slow meeting, theoretical and applied perspectives on human slow movements. So you may be asking why are we organising a workshop on the topic of slow movements? So as some of you talked about now, in day-to-day life, we're often very busy. We want to do things as fast as possible. We want to get as much as we can done in the day. We want to succeed in doing everything in as little time as possible. And in the field of motor control, where I do my research, in almost all the experiments, the instructions are make the movement as fast and accurately as possible. So almost never you have an instruction, move slowly. It's always move fast and accurately as possible. And in the field, one of the most robust findings is the speed-accuracy trade-off. So when you move fast, you're less accurate, and when you move slower, you're more accurate. But we know also this actually has a limited range. If you start moving even very, very, very slowly, then the movements may become less accurate. And this is what leads to my interest in slow movement. So a few years ago when I was doing a research study with Lior, we came across this finding that people are bad at making slow and smooth movements, and we wanted to try and understand what's the underlying cause and this led to a series of our research studies that we'll talk about some of them today throughout the day. And so as we're also going to talk about today, while often I know my son loves watching these YouTube clips of people playing the piano super fast, playing these extremely complex rhythms. We also heard a few people talk here about today about also producing slow movements can also be equally impressive, and particularly having extremely fine control over slow movements is also very impressive. So the three of us today, together with Lior and Robert, come from different backgrounds and unified by this particular topic, and we're pleased today, and thank you to all the speakers that are going to talk to us today throughout the day. Our goals for the day are for all of us to improve a bit our understanding of what's the difference between slow movements and other movements. We like to look at slow movements from a broad variety of perspectives. And we're also, an important goal for us for the day is to share feedback on people's works and also develop new ideas and collaboration. So we left relatively large breaks throughout the day, and at the end of the day we have a small group session. I know sometimes it's a bit hard to approach people sometimes and talk with them, and so maybe if you're sitting in the audience, you're not speaking, you have some great idea, or you also have some great study that you've done before, so the idea at the end of the day is to give you a chance to ask on a more intimate basis to talk with people and express your ideas, and if some collaborations come out of the day also, that would be great. So the first session that we'll start in a minute will be with the cognitive, biomechanical, and neural perspectives on slow movements. It's over there, the schedule's also written. We'll take a half an hour coffee break at 11:15. The second session will be shorter talks with several speakers. The last speaker here will be presenting, it's from the University of Oslo. He'll be presenting a pre-recorded talk, and then we'll have Zoom questions at the end. We'll have a lunch break at 12:45. At 1:15, we're going to have an activity run by Ella, and it's going to be in the botanical gardens. So we'll tell you exactly where to go later on, but the idea is that you'll have half an hour for lunch, and then after the half an hour for lunch, we'll go downstairs, and we'll meet at the entrance to the botanical gardens. You need to have someone let you in, so you have to come at the right time, and then we'll all go in together. And Ella's going to take us on an embodied collective experience that should resonate with the themes of the workshop. After the lunch break, we'll come back for the third session. With another 4 talks, and after the last session, we'll have this small group work where we'll break up into groups and meet together, and we'll come back together with everyone at the end. So just before we start the first talk, I'd just like to say a big thank you to Lior and Robrecht on the organising committee. Also to thank you to the funding from the Tel Aviv University Rutgers collaboration, and from the Biomed at Tau hubs, who also supported financially the talk today. To say thank you to Alana Sissam and Helen Berman from the Faculty of Medicine, who helped with a lot of logistics, and to the Dean Professor Karen Avram, who supported this the Biomed Hub and this talk throughout the time.